The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the same as this network, their groups, or other organizations they may be involved with.
It's Thursday night, the vibe's just right. With Master Roachee Momma Roachee, brightest light. Turn up the volume, let your troubles slide. On the NOK Network, we take you for a ride. Great music fills your soul and mind. Every week a new surprise you will find. Peace and love in every beat so sweet. Join the journey, feel the rhythm in your feet. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Yes, they bring the fire, stories to inspire. With hearts wide open, we take it higher. Spreading joy and laughter, every single show. On the NOK Network, come and feel the glow. In the studio, the magic unfolds. Every Thursday night the story's told. With love and harmony the stage is set. Master Roachee Momma Roachee, you can't forget. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go.
Hey, everybody. Sorry, I can't share out right now. Hey, Steve-O, can you please add Master Roachee as a destination?
I actually keep trying and it keeps saying that an error occurred. Try again. And every time I click it, it keeps saying no dice.
Well, I shared it on his page. Anyways, it's Thursday night. It's after 9 o'clock. It's Thursday night vibes, and I am here without Master Roachee, but I do have my wonderful guest co-host and engineer, Sir Steve-O, here to help me with the live. So I can't share to my page either because we're on my phone.
It lets me go to the garden, but it won't let me go to.
Well, go ahead and go to the garden.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay, I shared to the garden.
Yeah, I can't share anything out or anything. So,
well, that's
since he's not. I mean, I can, but it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. Let's see. So, anyways. Oh, it's been a crazy week around here, around all of the Canna community. There's been some craziness going on for everybody. It's been hectic. It's been emotional. It's been devastating. I, along with everything else that we're dealing with, I have had a hard time dealing with everything mentally this week. I've been in my head, kind of stuck in a rut, and don't know how to get myself out of it. Do you ever feel like that, Steve-O?
Yeah, I do. I get that all the time, as a matter of fact. Oh, by the way, I just got it to go through to Master Roachee.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. I just kept trying. Finally, it said okay. But anyways, yeah, I get like that, especially when I'm lonely. When I'm all alone, you know, I spend quite a bit of time alone. And since I don't have Chico, and especially lately, I've been realizing that Chico not being here is a big drag. So I've been thinking about him a lot more. And
right.
So I find myself sitting here doing more dabs, which in turn makes me more tired, which makes me fall asleep. And it's like, It's just kind of a circle that, of depression that you don't want to get into,
Right.
and
And
that and
then when
I'm just a mild case. I'm just somebody talking about my own experience.
no,
Yeah.
no, I'm there too. I feel the same way. Yes, we're together a lot of the in the same house. We're not always together. But he knows all my issues, but he doesn't know everything that turns up here. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel the same way. And then when you get on Facebook and all the tragedy and the emotion and everything that's happening in the Canna community, and you tie all that in together with all of the mental health issues that other people have, and then you think about your mental health issues and you don't know where to go with it, and you can't really put it out there. You can, but with what? I mean, you're going to get the haters, and then you're going to get some people that feel the same way and that care, but you're also going to get the people that are saying, how do you feel that? How can you feel that way? Or how can you say that? And so your inner feelings, no matter what they be, whether they be good or bad,
Mhm.
are hard to share with people because you don't know how they're going to respond. So what are some things that we can do to get out of our heads? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I wanted to go with the show tonight, since I'm here hosting and Master Roachee is prepping for his exam tomorrow. Um,
Right.
so and I get what you're saying about Chico, because I'm that way with Lily. If I didn't have Lily, I don't know where I'd be, honestly,
I know
because
it's amazing the difference when you don't have, it's like you'll sit there and be like, "Oh, you pain in the ass. Okay, let's go outside. Oh, you pain in the ass. Okay,
but you're
it's time."
getting up and you're going outside.
Right. But then wait until tomorrow. If you didn't have that responsibility and you didn't have that, you would do anything to have that dog be a pain in your ass, as you say it, as you would say the day before. So, we all just need to stop sometimes, take a big, deep breath, and not take for granted what's in our lives. And I think that that's a good way of getting out of your head, just realizing how lucky you are that you're not in different circumstances.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm,
And it's it, you know, the one thing that I can honestly say is I try to consider everybody's feelings before I post anything, including
yeah,
my own. And I know sometimes some people say, well, that's kind of being fake, isn't it? And no, to me it's not. There's a difference between having empathy towards someone's feelings and putting on a false persona. I don't feel like having empathy for somebody else. Um, so not saying things is a negative thing. I feel like sometimes that's the way it should be. And I feel like I notice in the Facebook world that a lot of times we say things we shouldn't, and think other people should be okay with it. And I'm guilty of it as well. And it starts a whole lot of backlash. And I feel like it's kind of a bad thing, because Facebook is a horrible place for mental health.
oh yeah,
And I
especially.
know I know that's tough to say, but mental health is a serious thing. And I honestly think that every single one of us, all of us, deal with some sort of mental health issue in our own, in each and every one of us has some issue, whether
Mhm.
it be depression, whether it be ADHD, we all have issues. And Facebook, it seems like, intensifies or brings out a lot of the negatives in that space. And I think if we all just showed a little bit more empathy for others and a little bit more sympathy for others, that we wouldn't have as many issues.
I agree. I agree that
But
we need to be more sympathetic and empathetic. However, there is a fine line between that and what Kim's saying here, about caring what others will think. It's like, I don't not say how I feel because
right,
of what others think, but I may not say how I feel because of what others think, because I'm
that's
not
true.
going. There's certain situations where my bullheaded opinion doesn't need to be involved. I mean, I pick and choose when I have my, I don't want to say arguments, but disagreements per se, because there's certain things that if you say it, you will be in a disagreement with another person, and you don't want to be. So you just leave it alone and just be quiet.
And it may not be. It may not be that person that you're in the argument with that you're going to piss off.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could have backlash.
Yeah. I don't worry about it too much. I just say what's on my mind. That's pretty much
I don't
it.
either. I feel like I said, this week I have so many conflicted feelings about everything that's going on Facebook world. And I just wanted to talk about ways to get out of your head. So for a lot of you, it is cannabis. Cannabis helps you cope, deal with your daily stresses, deal with aches and pains, deal with life in general. For me, I don't have that option. So I have to find other ways to de-stress and
Right.
get out of my head. And
right.
I think like you said, one, I have Lily. So it's Lily wants in and out all day long, even though she's a pain in the butt.
Attention, food, you name it.
Yeah, she gets me up and moving. And sometimes just going for a walk and taking her for a walk gets me out of my head, or gets me to thinking about other things that are going on in the world around me outside, and gets me out of my head a little bit. And I know music is a big one for you. Music gets you out of your head, but here's the thing with music, it can also put you deeper in your head. So
put me to sleep.
Right?
I've been known to do that too.
Right. So right now it is the time of year where we can get out, take our shoes off, take the gloves off, get out and play in the dirt. I know that helps me. I did go out today after the rain and planted some seeds. And just getting your hands in the dirt, I know, makes a big difference. And there's a lot of other things. And there's a lot of people who are out there just to help you with your mental health. You know what I mean? So if you feel like you're struggling or having issues, or, I know I'm not the best person in the world to talk to, but I will listen. And you can always reach out to me. I'm here for anybody. I don't judge. I'm not.
So true.
I'm not. I may give you my opinion, but once again, it's only my opinion.
Well, and if someone calls me and asks me for my help and advice, that's exactly what they're going to get, is my help and my advice. What I think is best for them in their situation, not what's best for me or anything, but what's best for them in their situation. So, but with that, we've got a Raj Wax song that we can go to whenever you're done there.
Absolutely. No, go ahead. Let's do some Raj Wax.
All right, we're gonna start off tonight with a song called "Bleed" from Raj Wax. Enjoy, everybody. Be right back.
And that's why I've been bleeding out here in these streets. Got me praying to a God that half of y'all do not believe in. We've been working for a difference, what's the reason? Hope I make it out this slump before another season. Changes make me feel like I should not be famous. Burned a lot of bridges just to light my way to greatness. Take it, half of y'all ain't got the heart to make it. Fake it, what the fuck I look like trying to change it? Whoa, I need me a minute just to set me down and breathe. Roll another doobie up cause I'm just being me. Sit down, have a convo, speak about all of our dreams. Turn off all of the cameras, can we turn off all the screens? Whoa, turn off all the cameras, can we turn off all the screens? Whoa, turn off all the cameras, can we turn off all the screens? working for a difference, what's the reason? Hope I make it out this life before another season changes. Make me feel like I should not be famous. Burned a lot of bridges just to light my way to greatness. Take it, half of y'all ain't got the heart to make it. Fake it, what the fuck I look like trying to change it? Ooh. And that's why I stay bleeding. Ooh. And that's why I stay bleeding. And that's why I stay bleeding. And that's why I stay bleeding.
All right.
Well, that was funky.
Sorry about that. But yeah, that was a good song for what we're talking about tonight. Can you turn off your device? That's another thing that maybe we should talk about too. I mean, if it's really getting to you and it's getting to you to the point to where, like, let's say you're working so hard at making so many posts every day in order to chase those few nickels that you get off of Facebook, and you're, let's say, very reliant on it. I understand that every dollar for everybody matters now. And, making $100 off of Facebook can save some people from starving for a week of
Right.
food, so
I don't think I think I don't think that I don't think that I think it's too hard to try to keep up with Facebook. Does that make sense?
it's so, oh man, it's so, like, nerve-wracking to try to keep up with the demands of it. You start to beg your friends to send out this and do that for you, and I mean, in order to get these things done, and it's very hard, it's very tough. I mean, how do you get 50 followers in a week? I mean, how do you do that? You really got to work.
I've done it. I've done it, but it's a lot of work. and
But how do you
I think
continually do it? It's always a
I
requirement.
don't think you can.
It's always a requirement to get this ridiculous amount of followers.
Yeah. I I was working real hard there for a while to try and build my followers. I'm excited. I'm like 50 followers away from 4,000, and then I'm like, man, it's just too much work. It's like, okay, so I'm like, to make $20 for me to make $20 on Facebook, I am working my butt off. Right. And I at this point in the last week, I have popped on for 20 minutes in the morning, posted, popped into a couple lives, said hi, and then I haven't been on Facebook at all. Right. I pop back in for a couple minutes in the evening, make my post, say hi in a couple lives, and then turn it off. I haven't been on Facebook. It may seem like I'm on there because my phone's active, but I've kind of veered away from it because the stress of it is just too much. And not even the stress of posting, just the stress of scrolling. It's doom scrolling. And and I feel like sometimes you're right. We need to unplug and walk away. And sometimes that's really hard to do because I honestly think that social media and the devices are as bad of an addiction as cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Or tobacco, alcohol, heroin. I honestly think that social media is an addiction.
Well, they say that the ding of our phone is a hit of dopamine. Every time we hear a ding, we're like, oh my God, we have to see what the notification was. And it's a hit of dopamine every time we hear that ding. And it makes us feel good.
So, like I said, this week I have stayed off of Facebook other than to share my posts. And I do it quick. I go and there's like certain things that I share, and I share them every day. And then
What
I
about your
try to make one new post. Huh?
What about your messages? Are they on all the time?
Yes, but I don't have my sound on my phone. So
Right. So
I
you
don't
have
get
to check
the dings.
you just check your phone, and if you have a message, then you reply. I get it. That's what I do.
And
Because
sometimes I feel bad because I don't see them right away.
right. Well, we're not supposed to be on call 24 hours a day to everyone for everything anyway. But it's good though to get back and get to it as soon as you can. That's true.
Right.
You know.
But
But
I've been bad this week. Like I said, there's a few people that messaged me, and including you. I do believe you messaged me and I missed it. I can't read that. I can't
oh,
even read it.
it's Raj Wax. He said that he wrote a second verse to the song, and
Oh, Rod.
this must be the second verse, but I'm not gonna rap.
Yeah. You guys, everybody, please go
Uh,
check out Raj Wax. He is a working artist. He is a cannabis smoker, a young guy just starting out. And please go give him a like, a follow, and check out his music. He is such a sweetheart. And he's good. so give him a chance. But so yeah, like I said, I feel I have like I'm probably that puts me in my head more, like when I check messages and I've missed one and it's been a couple hours. I think I feel guilty when I go and check my messages if I haven't responded.
I'm gonna read this because I'll read it like poetry, and I need some balance in my mind. I'm not saying it's bad to be online, but if you go meet somebody in person and shake their hand, you connect better than Wi-Fi. I might lie for a minute and tell you that everything's all right. I've been losing connection with my kids, and I can't blame nothing but my fucking screen time. And that's why I stay broken all the way down to my core. Feel like my phone putting distance to the ones that I adore. Maybe one day we can learn a lesson. Less is really more. I've been boom, 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 boom.
I have to say amen to that, Raj, because that is so fitting to what we're talking about.
So I read it normally for you, brother, so that I would be respectful. So I'd be. He said I could read it normal like poetry. So I hope I did a good job, bro. I know I blah 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 times, but it's hard. It's hard whenever you're reading something for the first time cold. Yes, sir. All right. Looks like I got the thumbs up. Thanks, bro. I tried
Thank
to.
you, Raj.
Thanks, Raj. I tried to give you respect. I really like the song that other one that he did. The one that I
Elephant in the room.
what's that?
Elephant in the room is a good one.
There is
And what's the
Elephant,
other one, Raj?
the one that we play all the time. I can't think of the name of it
Oh, I
right now.
can't think of the name of it
And
either.
like nothing but oh man, nothing but the groove or nothing but the smoke or something like
I
the
don't know,
haze.
but it's like a really groovy song.
No stopping the haze. That's what it is. No
That's the
stopping the
one.
haze.
And
Yeah.
that's a groovy tune. I just want to like kick back whenever that's on and just do my little bounce to the groove, you know?
Well,
And yeah.
well, we're going to do the intermission right now, but maybe what we'll do is if Raj, if you're still here, we'll do another Raj Wax song. How about that? As long as you're
Yeah.
still here, as long as you stick around, Raj. But we're going to go to intermission right now. And we'll see you guys back in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. It's our honor to show you some of the other shows that are here in our lineup on the NOK Network, and also to show you our sponsors. And hopefully you can go show them some love and check out what they got going on here at the network for our sponsors. So we appreciate them very much. So check this out, everybody. Mama, be right back.
Hit it, Evo.
BRB 25 Comset. Engage.
Hey, hi, my name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyndinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set. One dab, only really need one dab. One dab.
Smoke Signal is a medical dispensary where you can get all your products and needs.
Start vaping a whole bunch. Might just start laying up the blunts. God. Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram. Go and hold it in, feel it in your ribs.
So come and check us out in Tyndinaga. 55 Highway 49 in Tyndinaga. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine, and she is spreading that education across the North. Activism, referrals, resources, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no, sir, to propaganda with No Sir. Find them at www.nocer.ca.
Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at NOKNetwork.com.
Dudes and dudettes, enjoy the show, man.
Yeah, Rod.
And we're back.
Yeah, Rod, send me send me the video or the MP3 or whatever, and I'll play it if he says he has something new he wants to send us. So send it to me on.
Absolutely, send it.
We're friends on
Send it.
Facebook, so you can send it directly to me on Messenger. You don't have to
Absolutely.
you don't have to email it.
Yeah, that's one thing we've always been super big about is helping out artists and trying to help people get their stuff out there and lifting people up. And that's kind of where we want to go back to being. Master Roachee wants to take our show back to being more more eccentric, like he is, getting back into a few of the groovy, vibey things that he likes to do. And we had planned a show tonight on breath work, but he wants to wait and do that when he's actually here.
Right.
So, like I said tonight, so I kind of decided with everything that was kind of going on in the cannabis community, and there's a lot of death. There's a lot of, like I said, destruction. There's a lot of financial hardships. People are just going through it, and everybody's going through it. It's not one person, it is everybody. And it just seems like it's just a tough year this year, all the way around. And I just want everybody to know that we're all still kicking. We're all still trying to be out here doing what we do, and we're here for you. So, I just kind of wanted to discuss a few of those things and maybe, figure out what do you do to get out of your own head? You know what I mean? And like I said, I've found issue as of this week. I've just been way in my own feelings and thoughts, and have had a hard time getting away from it, So I spent yesterday all day doing yard work, and the day before all day doing yard work, just so that I would be away from my device. Because it seems like when I get on my device, I just get more depressed. So I feel like I've kind of, that's been my way of coping, is putting the device down and going out and busying myself with something that needs to be done. And I think there's a lot to be said about occupying your mind with something other than your phone. And I don't know how to tell people to do that, because it seems like I said, it's an addiction, and people are addicted to their devices. And there are positive ways to use your device, and there's some great sites out there and some great apps and things that aren't Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I know there's days I've gotten lost on TikTok and lost on Instagram just scrolling. Same thing with Facebook, just scrolling. And there's some funny stuff, but there's also a lot of doom and gloom,
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I found that the best way to get out of your head is to occupy it with something else. And I don't know if that helps anybody, but that's what helps me. I mean, a good book, man. I think the kids today don't even read books anymore. And I think, like I said, just stepping away from the device for a little while makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, I think you're right, and I think that it's important to do that even if you don't know or feel that it's overwhelming, because it very well can be.
Right.
I know that with the events that have happened recently with someone that we all knew and loved, passing or about to pass, and the tragic events that led up to it, it made us, I think, all stop and think about our own, addiction, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. And as a
strong to say,
I think that's right.
yeah.
I think it is an addiction, and I think not just I I think the viewership is addiction, the likes, the follows, the stars, the money, it's all an addiction. And like you said, yeah, there's that dopamine hit when it dings that you got a notification, or you know, when your viewership hits a certain number. I mean, views are okay. I don't care if you watch my show while I'm live. If you watch it later, great. I hope you learned something. That's what we're here for. You know, we're here to guide you in a certain, not necessarily a certain direction, but to make you think as well. You know, and I agree with you. It's made us think about our own addictions, and I like I said, I'm kind of conflicted about the whole thing. I'm conflicted about suicide because I myself was at one point to that point. I'm conflicted about, you know, about everybody else that has things going on, you know, like I said, like the twins lost their house, man, and they didn't have anything to begin with and lost everything else that they had. And you know, and that breaks my heart because I love those girls. I love them to death. They're probably two of the sweetest people that I've spent time with and met and, you know, gotten to know. And their story breaks my heart this week. Mitch Kemp's wife, Linda, passed. There's just so many things that have gone on this week in the cannabis community, and it is a lot to deal with mentally. And then your mental obviously affects your physical. So you have to kind of be able to deal with it and cope with it in a way that is not destructive. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard. And sometimes, like I said, we need a little help. Like I said, I'm conflicted on a lot of the things that have been said and done on Facebook, and I don't personally know how to cope with it. So I've just kind of stepped away. And sometimes that's what it takes to actually get out of your head when it comes to you know, the whole Facebook thing. And it's not just Facebook, it is the device altogether. And I've kind of stepped away from mine. And like I said, and at the same time, though, that also makes me feel guilty because I miss messages or I miss calls, you know? So it's kind of, you have to take the good with the bad there.
Right. Well, I did get in that. Yeah, I know. It's like, you know, how do you deal with it? And do you just literally ignore everything for a while? Was that what we do? You know, it just like some things aren't just going to pass. You know what I mean? Some things are going to stick around for a while. So I think it's just all about, you know, being an adult, you know, understanding that these things happen in life and that, you know, we have to learn something positive from it. And, you know, I think that maybe that's, you know, at least one thing good that could come out of it is all of us learn that, you know, suicide is not the way out. You know what I mean?
No, and it's not. And
look at the pain that it leaves behind.
That's it. And that was kind of, you know, I know me and you had a private discussion and I was telling you how I felt conflicted. And like I said, it's hard for me because I myself was at that point at one time, and I understand it to a point, but I can't cope with it. That makes sense.
Right.
And I know that sounds bad, and I'm not laughing. This is my coping mechanism when I get like
you get
in a subject that's hard. A subject that's hard for me to talk about, I have to chuckle to myself to get me through it. It's not anything negative.
I understand.
But yeah. So I mean, like I said, I just kind of wanted to bring a few things to light about mental health, and it is like I said, it is a serious issue, And if you feel like you're to a point where you need someone to talk to, there's a bunch of us out here. And I see Dan Baird's watching. Dan Baird's a great one to talk to. Rasta Rhino, Sir Steve-O, me, myself, the Twisted Cannabis crew, they're great to talk to. There's all these people that are out here that would be willing to take 11 minutes out of their day to hear your story. 11 minutes out of your day to hear what you've got going on and what's the matter. And it may not fix anything, but it may make you look at things in a different light. And I just want people to be able to know that there's always someone to reach out to.
There is. No matter what, there's always somebody. Just go down the list in Messenger and just hit that call button. And you'd be surprised who, when you explain your situation to them, who would be there for you. Not to mention knowing that there are certain people who offer to be there at all, and like Momma Roachee, who's been saying that this whole time. And, you're not full of shit either. That's the thing. Every time I call, you pick up the phone, and if you can't talk, you just let me know. I'm in the middle of something. Okay, call me back. No big deal.
And I will always call you back.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's and there's so much hate in this world, and I try to avoid that at all costs. But there's always room to share love. You know what I mean? Right. I may not know you, but I will give you 10 minutes of my day to make you feel better. Right. I will give you, if I don't know you, I will give you a smile when you open a door, or a smile when I walk past you outside. And I say that at the end of almost every show. Smile at somebody. You may be the only one that does. And sometimes it's just that little thing that can change someone's mentality or their day or their feeling. You know what I mean? And I live by that when I'm out in public. I smile at everybody. I may look down while I'm walking because I can't see, so I have to look at my feet. But I will always look up at you and smile. I will always be there for anybody that needs it. And I don't care what disputes, if we've had disputes in the past, I don't care what it is that you're going through. I am always here. And that's kind of the way I've lived my life. And it's the way that my mom raised me. It is, it's sometimes tough to talk about. It's sometimes tough to talk to somebody. But if you're in a dark place, sometimes it's all it takes is to talk to somebody, just to let them know that they're there.
Well,
so
just recently, one of my friends made me realize that people pick on each other a lot on Facebook, especially, and when we allow it to happen. You know what I mean? And we just sit back and we don't say anything. He even told me, he's like, you need to grow a pair of balls and help stand up to these bullies, because I'm one of those I don't get involved kind of guys. And it's like,
right. That's me, though. I'm that way too.
But I think that there are plenty of people out there willing to go after these bullies. And I'm just one of those guys that just sits back and just watches you guys take them down. I know that somebody's going to get a hold of them. If somebody's out there running their mouth being a bully, at some point they're going to meet their match. You know what I mean? They're going to run into Kim Cooper or something, and then they're going to find out real quick that she don't take the bullies very well. You know what I mean?
No way. Kim is the mama bear. I am, and here's the bad thing. When I was young, and this is the honest to God truth. When I was young, I was that person. I stuck up for everybody. I got into fights with everybody. But as I've gotten older, I am not that person anymore. Yeah, I don't want to argue with you.
Right.
Right. I don't. But I'll tell you what, Kim is a mama bear, and I love her for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was just
she'll say things. she'll say things that I won't. You know?
Right. She's an example of somebody that, I look up to in that way, because, I'm just not into getting into arguments because I could be totally in the right in a situation, let's say, and I'll lose an argument just because I don't know how to argue well.
Oh, I know how to argue, but my problem is when I argue, when I get to that point of no return, there's a point where it's not going to be words anymore. And I can't do that anymore. So I've learned to walk away.
Good. I'm glad you've learned how to do that.
It's taken a long time.
Right hook from Mama Roachee wouldn't be no fun. But
right.
Yeah.
It's taken a long time. But yeah.
All right. So I get that.
Let's play another Raj Wax song.
Let's play the new one that
and then we'll come
said.
back. Awesome. And then we'll come back and we'll talk something positive.
Okay. So let me see how you
All
do
right.
this now. Give me just a second. So I'm going to try and figure out how I can do this. If I do it as a slide. Let's see here.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's an MP3. So, nope.
Can you play it like as music in the background or no? Because it's not uploaded, right?
Tell me if you can. Does this work?
I can hear it. Can you guys hear it?
Oh, then I know how to do it. Then I just share screen, window, media player. There we go. All right, here we go, everybody. Brand new, hot off the press from Raj Wax, and he says that this has a lot to do with what we're talking about here tonight as well. And it touches base on some of that. So enjoy, everybody.
Sometimes I sit alone, wonder why you had to go die. Maybe it was infatuation, but I hope that you go fly. I've been looking at things different, letting time pass by. Hopefully one day we can rendezvous, cloud in the sky. Sorry to start off on this note, I should have came a little different. I've been battling these doctor notes and all of these prescriptions. I've been writing out for help, but still don't know one wanna listen. So I melt inside my house like it's a prison. That's why I can't change. I'm stuck in my ways. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your thing. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? Hey, I'm stuck in my way. Lord, I've been dealing with convictions since I get my addictions. Hopefully one day you'll put me at the top. Some of the people went and prayed my crucifixion. Will fuck up my position. They didn't count on me to keep working non-stop. The one who put all of the work in, so cold under the surface. I can always change my ways, but they say nobody is perfect. And I live for a purpose, chasing after life. Who am I to deserve it? When it comes the day, would you dance on my grave and pull the curtain? I'm stuck in my ways, and I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. I can't say, stuck in my ways, and I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? I'm stuck in my ways. Men in the mirror's reflection, always questioning what I know. Like, am I wrong for trying to track when I'm low? Losing direction, I've been stressing like I've been here before. I guess I'm good as long as I ain't put that stuff in my nose. So get me off for the flow. Hopefully one day I can go for the goal. Chase me a dream and I've been spinning like I need me some more.
I call them Nino for the style, just to rock out for a while. Watch me some more go hit me while I'm down. And I can't take
Damn.
I've been trying, I've been dying for your fame, for your
This guy's good. In my way. I'm stuck in my way.
I've been trying, I've been dying for your fame, for your fame. I can't stand to think about you, Lord. I can't hear what can I say? So my way.
Man,
Dang.
Raj,
Good.
he is good. I'm, every song that he puts out, every time it just gets better.
I'm getting the full experience. He says this is one of the favorite tracks that he's done. I'll tell you, I thought it was amazing.
Raj, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to have to get him to pop his little butt up on screen one of these days. So, anyways, on a lighter note, this weekend is Mother's Day.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This weekend is Mother's Day.
Happy
Do
Mother's Day,
something
Mama.
good for your mama. You don't have to spend money. Go spend some time with her. Your time is all that she wants. I promise you. So get out there, do something nice with your mom. Go help her work in her garden. That's always a plus. Mother's Day is a hard time around our house because Master Roachee lost his mom on Mother's Day. So it's really a difficult time of year, but it's also a time, like I said, go spend some time with your mother. That's all she wants from you. And go plant some flowers somewhere, go donate, donate a little bit of time. If you know a friends that, go, if you don't have your mom here, go do something for one of your friends' moms. Mother's Day is about, honoring those moms for everything that they've done for you.
That's right. Moms from the past and present, and even the future moms that are pregnant right now deserve it because they're already nurturing a child it's inside them.
Right.
And they're taking care of them. They're building every little piece of fingernail and every little eyelash and every little tiny little thing on their bodies. They're building that right now.
Right.
So it's amazing. The gift of life. If you've ever seen a child, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, I have two amazing daughters, so I can completely agree with that.
I was talking more to the audience than you on that one.
Right? I can attest.
We're all mama's children here anyway.
That's right. So, anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all. I love you all. Steve-O, I love you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, even though Master Roachee's not here tonight. He's studying in the other room. And appreciate you all being here and watching the show. And just want you guys all to know that we're here for you no matter what we're going through in our own lives. If you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out because we will always be here. And like I said, Master Roachee wants to, as of the next few shows, he's going to start going back to his roots, so to speak, and try to get back into why he's called Master Roachee. Some of the more vibey stuff, the classic Master Roachee. He wants to take our show back to where we started.
Right.
So
we've kind of went into one direction, other directions, and now we're going to try something different. And Everyone's gonna love it. Absolutely. Go back to what made Master Roachee Master Roachee.
Right. Right. And he's going through a little bit right now on his own, and he's dealing with it in some of the ways that he wants to talk to everybody about how to deal with things, and kind of get back into our weirder stuff, I guess you would say. But the more eccentric, more esoteric, the more Master Roachee stuff, what he's known for. But
very good.
Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm not like responding to anything. I can't really read the comments, so I'm just kind of.
I'm just leaving them hang. They're DC Sweet says, "Job blessings to you all, family, with much respect, peace, love, and happiness, Rastafari." Now, isn't that a wonderful message to say?
That is a wonderful message.
Now that's hitting all the buttons.
So before we get out of here tonight, and I know we don't have much time left. I think it's about time. But anyways, so today in current events, they elected a new pope. I'm not Catholic, but his message was peace to everyone. And that's what I want to leave everybody with. A little bit of peace of mind, a little bit of love, and that's I think where we need to be. We need to spread peace, spread love, and that should be our message, period.
Mm-hmm.
I think the world would be a better place.
Right.
So you guys, you can find all of our wonderful products on masterroacheesgarden.com. You can also find Steve-O's amazing terp sticks at thegrowfam.com. And you guys, until next week, we will keep you guys all in our thoughts, in our prayers. Everybody that's going through it, I will pray for you, and I will send good vibes your way. And next week, Master Roachee should be back. So we'll get back to a normal show, and it won't be me and Steve-O up here talking about our feelings. But anyways, so until next week, you guys, and I'll give you Master Roachee's peace, love, and good vibes.
All right, everybody. Have a good week. Appreciate that. I'm Sir Steve-O in for Master Roachee this week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Good night.
Woo-hoo-hoo! It's Thursday night, the vibe's just right. With Master Roachee Momma Roachee, brightest light. Turn up the volume, let your troubles slide. On the NOK Network, we take you for a ride. Great music fills your soul and mind. Every week a new surprise you will find. Peace and love in every beat so sweet. Join the journey, feel the rhythm in your feet. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Guests that bring the fire, stories to inspire. With hearts wide wide open. We take it higher, spreading joy and laughter. Every single show on the NOK Network. Come and feel the glow. In the studio, the magic unfolds. Every Thursday night, the story's told. With love and harmony, the stage is set. Master Roachee Momma Roachee, you can't forget. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, the place to go.